Congratulations to the president-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I hope your tenure is going to be great for the country. I hope it's going to be the opposite of the negative expectation that most people have about your tenure. And maybe we should actually feel like this. And then maybe it's going to make a difference in us. Because the last time everybody was happy, most people were happy. They thought they've seen the person that is going to make the change. But no, we didn't talk about that. So let's see how this one plays out. We are negative A, let's be positive or hopefully that's what is going to happen. But I would like to address something. I'm speaking directly now to Nigerians, to the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, sir, because you guys have been shouting at something and people are kind of happy about it. Student loan concept, I believe, is a bad idea, and I pray you succeed. I pray you're successful. I pray your tenure is the best that Nigeria has ever experienced, like far the best. But on that student loan, I'm not in support of that. I'm completely against it. I'm anti-student loan, and I have my reason for that. 2015, I wanted to study abroad. I started researching on how I could actually pay my tuition fee even if I get an admission to a school in the US. That's my first time of knowing about student loan. And then I thought it's actually a good thing. I thought it's a positive. I thought it's one of the best things that's ever happened to mankind. But fast forward 2022, after I've followed, I've learned about it, I've analyzed the concept of student loan. I've seen how the policy has played out in the US and other countries. I'm very certain and I'm very convinced it's actually a very bad idea. And I want you guys, before you go ahead with implementing this policy, this student loan policy, bring people to the house. Let's debate this thing. You say you want to, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, president-elect, you promise to work with the youth. So on that notion, I hope you will listen on this that I'm talking about. Yes, student loan is going to help a lot of people, but that is just at the beginning. When it comes to paying, that's when people will realize what student loan is actually, what it is. Because there are some devils that are disguised in beautiful clothes. Student loan is one example of that. It looks pretty, it looks blossom, it looks shining at first. But when you go to the back, you will realize what exactly it is. In my opinion, it's a bad idea. Because let's even look at the economy, let's look at the country. There is no job, one. And the other thing is this. Minimum wage is 30k, 33k. That is the minimum wage in Nigeria. So how do you expect someone that is going to take a student loan of, let's say, 5 million, 10 million to pay back? Because this is something that is very certain. Student loan is going to inflate the price of education in Nigeria. It's going to inflate the tuition fee because it's free money. Free money is never good. Free money is good for politicians, but not good for the regular people. Free money is a bad idea. Because you take that money now, you have to pay it later. So this system that we are using at the moment Yes, it's not the perfect system, but I passed through that same system, and I can tell you for a fact that is better than the student loan system that we want to bring in. This is one of the best systems in the whole country. I know people cannot like wrap their heads around what I'm saying, because people don't understand how to just see little wins. People, people like there are some things or there are some policies that are implemented that are not the most glamorous, the most beautiful when it comes to like presentation. This system that we are using, that people can go to school with 18,000 naira, 25,000 naira, is the best. If student loan comes into the fold, if student loan comes into the picture, school fees all of a Sunday will become 5 million, 3 million. Because I'm very certain of this. Schools like University of Lagos want to compete with schools like Afeba. They want to compete with schools like Babcock. So if they have an opportunity of free money, they will follow up on that ambition and they will compete. And for them to be able to compete with those people, because those guys are private schools, they will have to inflate the school fees. It's business. And then before you know it, the University of Lagos school fees and Harvard school fees is on the same level. That's not good for the masses. It's not good for someone that is selling pepper to send his kid to school. It's not good. So let's be able to understand this. Let's analyze this thing. Call a hearing. Let people debate this. Let us debate this idea before we just sign this thing and make it the law. Because yes, we might not pay for it now, but we are going to pay for it tomorrow. And then we see how everything is playing out in the US now. Biden promised to cancel student loan. It's a political move. Student loan in the US, everybody thought it's a good idea initially. Then now politicians are using it as a political tool to get into office. Biden took advantage of that, promised people that okay, I'm going to forgive your student loan. Said I'm going to forgive 40%. The case is in court now. Let me explain this. This is what it is. In American's case, someone that went to school, that went to Ivy League school, that went to Harvard and studied law and spent $200,000 to study, or maybe more than that, and is making maybe 80k, 60k or something, I don't even know, but he can't pay back his student loan because a lot of things have already entered into the picture. Now you have a family, you have to pay for your family, you have to pay other bills, so he can't afford to pay his student loan. That person a better life. Things are more easy for that person. You now expect me, that I'm just a cab driver, that I didn't go to an Ivy League school, that maybe probably I just went to a normal school, my parents paid for me, I didn't have to take student loan. You now expect me to pay for that person, that lawyer. And then another thing is this: at the end of the day, school doesn't guarantee success. When everybody come out of school, when people come out of school, and it's only like maybe probably 15% of those graduates that are going to actually make it at the end of the day, that are going to actually be at the level where they can confidently pay back their student loan. That's what is going to happen. Only like probably like 15%. Every other person will struggle to pay it. Every other person will struggle to pay it. Some people will find it easier. Some people will not even be able to pay it in their lifetime. So, and then one politician will now come tomorrow and now say, I want to forgive student loan because it's a good move, it's a good idea to sell then. And people will be like, okay, yes, let's go this politician. Me, that I'm not a cab driver, that I've always my whole life, that I didn't take student loan, I will not have to pay for that lawyer guy or that guy that went to study gender studies or gender education and spent 3 years of naira on useless degree. I will not have to pay for that person. So This thing, a bad idea. A bad idea. We've seen it play out already. We've seen where it has been experimented, and there is nothing good about it. So we should not even be debating it, or maybe we should let's have an hearing on this topic. Let people express. Let people that are anti-student loan express the reason why they are against it. Let people that are pro-student loan, let them express the reason why they are for it. Let people judge. Let people judge. Because let's be honest, let's follow the money now. Who are the people that are lobbying for the student loan idea? I'm very certain it's not going to be far from this. These are my suspects. The bank and the universities. And when people are lobbying something, you understand the reason why they do that. They lobby something, you lobby for something because it's going to benefit you, not because it's going to benefit the whole community. That is how we human beings do ourselves. I'm very certain those are the lobbyists. I'm not so sure because I've been trying to look for who are the ones that are lobbying this policy, that are trying to pull this bill, that are outside of the elected leaders. But I couldn't find any article that actually spoke about it, because a lot of people are not even really conscious of this student loan idea. People don't even understand it. So yes, the credit system is fine, but give credit system to people that have made money and understand how hard it is to make money. Giving loan option to someone, a teenager that doesn't understand what is going on. He has never paid any bill in his life. He just wants to party and have fun. Giving that person an option to actually get a student loan is a bad idea, because he can't decide for himself. He doesn't understand what is going on. He doesn't understand the value of what he's taking. He doesn't understand what he will have to go through to pay for it. Because you will still have to pay for this thing. It's not free at the end of the day. It looks like free money in the beginning, but at the end of the day, you still have to pay for it. Teenagers, they don't understand anything. I just finished passing through my teenage years. I understand what it is to be a teenager. We just want to be out there. We just want to have fun. We don't want anybody to correct us on anything. We don't want anybody to tell us how to live our life. We just want to live life. We want to live life. And if I had the opportunity for student loan when I was in school, I go live large. I will go relax. I will spend because I have the resources to spend. I will party. I will still be successful. Yes, obviously. But some people will even forget themselves. This system that we are using, as it is tough, but it is okay. It's not the best out there. We could do better. The biggest problem the Nigerian system has at the moment is sabotage. That is the biggest problem that Nigeria system has. Also, so sabotage. How can we prevent sabotage? How can we do project and let those projects actually do what they are supposed to do? How can we do project and let the project make the required money that they are supposed to make for the institution? All these lecturers, should be them geniuses now, and professors. Some of them are business professors. Some of them are successful men. These guys are successful men. They don't need student loan. They don't need to have an opportunity to take advantage of people. Let them work for it. Make them autonomous, yes. Make universities autonomous. Give them the power to find the opportunity for themselves. Make them competitive. That is the most important thing. These guys should set out and build out subsidiary businesses attached to the institutions that they rule. They have the platform. They're not just like just a single man like me. They have the platform, they have the structure, they have everything, they have the connection. They can build. They can build, they can help this Nigerian economy. They can become investors. They can become VCs. They can be they can be the pioneers of startups and all. They can be the major investors in startups that are going to revolutionize the country, that are going to make a difference in the country. They can do that. Let us give them the resources to be able to do something like that. Let us give them the freedom to be able to do stuff like that. But not that we should now give them opportunity to make money from school fees. Because another thing that people don't understand is this is 2023. Education is not as expensive as we think it is. Education is very cheap. Education is very cheap. We should not just inflate education because we feel like we want to enact a policy that is going to expand the economy. Yes, it's going to expand the economy, but is it for good at the end or for the bad, for the worse? It's not going to affect me. I'm a graduate already. I'm not going to take advantage of the student loan again because Tinubu, I don't need it. But it's going to affect people that are coming. So let's have a debate. Let's have a proper hearing on it. Let people debate. Let people speak about the reason why they feel like student loan is good and the reason why they feel like student loan is bad. Because you guys are old guys. You guys are out of touch. You are trying to implement what America has implemented, or who knows, maybe some 20 years ago. You are trying to implement that idea. We that were just coming up, we understand the things that have failed in the past. We want to learn from history, and we want to use our knowledge of history to be able to make amends and to be able to build our own civilization in a different way, in the right way. So listen to the youth on this student loan matter. Please and please, listen to the youth on this student loan matter. Let people come out and express the reason why it's not ideal. Like I said, education is not that expensive. We have AI assistance everywhere. We have information all over the internet. All you just need is exactly what we have in our educational system. System that is just going to put you through, structure you into your ambition. That is all you need, because it's the structure that we have in the universities that makes us understand that, okay, I need to take GST 101 and then I'm going to do an FSC 2 something and this. Those are the things that are going to like help you organize your life. That is the benefit of going to university. The knowledge is out there. The knowledge is on the internet. It's everywhere. But we can't just put it together. We need other people to put it together for us. Then from there, we now build on it. So education is very cheap. We don't need to inflate it. Don't cause problem that we cannot finish. That is my take on this. Thank you. Please, if you see this video and if you agree with what I have just said, or even though if you don't agree, but at least you want to know how the president-elect promised to work with the youth, please share. Let's promote this video up onto the level that president-elect is going to see it, so that we will be able to know, okay, you promised to work with us, okay, now it's time, work with us.